So yeah, I think assuming nothing else failed and we're able to get on the previous version correctly,
Yeah,
we should be ready to
major
cast our
assumptions
first
there.
game. Yeah, right. Quite a few. And let me bring up Twitch chat so I can see you all. Um,
How confident do you think we are? Like the version control and everything's right. I'm like
um,
60%
yeah,
confident.
I think that's right. Because
Yeah.
Brohio set a lot of it up, and I trust him. Um,
Ooh,
but he doesn't
now it's
trust
going
it.
down.
So yeah, pressure's on. Pressure's
It
on.
just went down a little bit now. I think we're 40%.
um,
Um,
so yeah, it was a big help from Robo, who gave us the same settings from Hidden Cup 3 for what they had in place in case they had a patch in the middle of it. Is that right?
that's for sure. Yeah. Robo hooked this up. There's like a beta you could back up to for Hidden Cup 3 or whatever. And since these are all recordings, we don't want the players to know what the other players pick. Because that can impact your score, right? Your choices.
Right,
So
right.
We had to do all recordings for the first two, and then we had a patch halfway through it,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
hopefully we got it good to go.
So it should be starting on the older versions, and we're going to start with Kami and Ganji. Two players who play a lot together. Why don't you give a little bit of background on Kami and Ganji?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So Kami and Ganji, I would say they're teammates, really. And we have Farimba showing here in the background, so that'll happen sometimes.
Farimba is Brohio's baby, by the way, in case you aren't familiar.
Yeah, this is the perfect time for him to get super mad.
Yeah.
Kami and Ganji play a ton of team games together. And you can do exclamation point interviews if you want to hear them talk about each other a little bit. Tons of respect amongst each other. Super good guys, both of them. I'm really looking forward to this one, honestly, personally, because I've played with both of them a little bit here and there, and they're two of my favorite in this group. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
All right. Yeah. Kern, let us know on the volume. I'm gonna turn down game music a little bit. It is early for me, so that might explain a little bit why I'm a bit quiet. But my parents are just waking up. Let's turn down music a little bit. There we go. Oops, not multiplayer. Jump back into the replays. So yeah, I'm excited. And you guys can do exclamation mark bet in the chat if you want to get a link to the Google form where you can guess on what civilization will see the most in round 1. And if you had quick eyes, you could have seen 4 of the civilizations right there. And I think we're ready to start Kamiganji. You ready, Brohio? Brohio?
I am ready to go.
Oh, you muted. Okay. Let us start up. I'll pause it right at the beginning, and then you can do our countdown. We should be on our way, and let me switch the overlay. There we go. Oh, I forgot to click the transition, so I didn't get a... Oh wait, no. There's the transition. Oh, so beautiful. Alright, ready when you are at 1 second. And I guess we won't have the new spectating super clear options in this one. So, go ahead and give us our countdown when you're ready. Or how are you muted again?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, sorry. Go ahead and go.
Let's go. Okay, so in the yellow we have Kami playing as the Malians. And then let's zoom out. In the blue we have Britons for Ganji. So what do you think of this matchup to begin with before we get to the maps? I don't know if you have push to talk enabled, but it's not super functional. I'm thinking Malians could be better in late game, but they struggle a lot with archer civilizations until they can get their strong cavalry options, because they want to go infantry. As far as the maps go, Kami's got a back gold, and so does Ganji. Ganji's second and third gold are close to each other, so that could be both denied at the same area. But they're, I guess, Ganji's are a little bit less exposed, so a bit further away. Kami's are a bit more on the front of his map. They find all their sheep. No, Ganji hasn't found, or Kami hasn't found his 2 sheep that are next to it, but he'll find it when he goes for the boar. And then Ganji will probably find these 2. I mean, he does have a few, but they're not super far. If we look at his scouting, it looks pretty... Oh, he's already seen those, and he'll probably pass around this goal just to see what it looks like before going forward. He's got plenty of time. Do I have to go F11 to get... There we go. There we get the time. And, let's see. Oh, they changed villagers. There we go. So now we can see villager numbers. And let me throw the score on there as well. Pretty standard. Britain's going 4 on wood, 6 on sheep, but mainly 5 until this boar comes in, and then looks like he's going to delay the house just as much as possible to get as much food collection as possible before needing that house at 15 population. So yeah, send this one out here. He could also send it out, and oh, he's going to start walling. That makes sense. He could also send out the villager here, set a house down before collecting the boar. Malians play scouts into Knight's Current. Yeah, I agree. It sets him up for Furimba late game, which is nice. But you're right, it doesn't... I mean, a lot of their bonuses are economic bonuses, and I feel like the bonus to their Pierce Armor for the infantry, for the militia line, doesn't affect the early game too much. I feel like it's more of a late game bonus. But obviously they don't really want to go archers against Britons. They could go man-at-arm into skirms, I assume, but I think that's a little bit more of a risky play, especially at this level. Maybe you'll disagree.
I love this matchup. I'm back, by the way. Sorry about that.
Alright, all good.
Yeah, I love this matchup because I think Malians feel... I mean, they're pretty good at this matchup. And this might be a little bit of... These are the 2 guys knowing each other. You might know that Ganji likes Britons, and I feel like Malians are fine. You know, they're going to do pretty well against Britons. So this might be a calculated pick here from Kami.
Yeah, so I could see that. I think it's interesting as well that Malians don't get siege ram. So if he had fully expected the pick, he might have gone for the siege ram option. We should bring up the scores. Let's see if I can. So I'm gonna throw this on screen real quick just to see the points per win for each civ. Britons get 2 points and Malians get 3. So a little bit more of a risky pick here from Kami. Maybe he's feeling extra confident. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ganji's supposed to have the advantage here, but I think Malians do just fine without, you know, just against Britons. So.
Yeah, I agree. This villager's out here without loom, trying to finish the wall. Oh, looks like Ganji's going back and he's not going to scout her. He just saw the forward gold though, and maybe he's thinking he doesn't know where the base is yet. So he saw the gold and he's thinking, okay, maybe down in this valley down here, towards the edge of the map, and he's still going to try to scout and figure it out. Or maybe he's just eliminating all the possible options first, keeping his scout close to the wood line to avoid running into a town center. But I think he's going to see the cliff. And so we do have a man-at-arm opening for both, and I was thinking scouts at first.
Is this going to be a man-at-arm? Just going to be a Drush FC here for Ganji.
You're
his
right.
Map is pretty. He's got that gold in the back there. It's the big one, and he can just chill.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as he remembers that he has this opening in the back, but I think he has since he pushed deer from that opening.
The question is Kami going to get that wall on the left side
right,
before
yeah.
the Drush gets there?
I think he will, especially if he's seeing it, the Drush walk along his walls.
Yeah, that hero tree might help him.
And Kami gets the wall off. Ganji gets the wall off just in time, and he's running his scout into the town center. Really sloppy play from him there. Maybe he was trying to scout if this, trying to see if this other opening was open, or he just clicked out and there's a scout path through. So yeah, both of them get the walls off, and there's enough HP on this wall, I think, to keep it alive on Kami's base before it goes down. Mike,
Using that scout's
this
not
is...
a huge deal, but it's all about that information, right? It's all about that knowledge now. So.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Mike, this is the first match between Kami and Ganji. But yeah, this map is looking really nice. This wood line's fairly safe, and this free FC, as Kern point out, is going to hurt a lot. Britain's FC, they have a huge power spike once they get crossbow with the extra range, and then they can drop those cheaper TCs. And he's doing decent work with his Drush here, but it looks like both of them are actually going for the FC build, right?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Both clicking up very
Which makes
similar
sense.
times.
Yeah, once you're walled, especially if you see the other guy go in Drush FC, if you don't know that you can do damage,
Yeah,
then you kind of have to.
right.
But yeah, I agree, Sarah. I feel like the, hey, here's a free FC for you. That's really, Britons are going to take that every day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting just seeing this militia play. I think maybe like Kami's running away now because he wants to, because he came all the way back home with his militia, and now maybe he's like either take the fight on the hill, or he's kind of paying attention to his eco a little bit more. Obviously the scout is going to contribute to this fight quite a bit as well.
Yeah, he's outnumbered here with that, and that's where the scout does come in. So.
And I don't think this wolf is going to help him either. Let's see if they've scouted it.
Oh yeah, Wolf's in for the kill.
So I think Ganji saw it because he ran back, and yeah, he just has to take the fight now. You can't outrun the wolf. But I think mainly Ganji just wants to keep his scout alive. Feudal times will be similar. I don't think, let's see, will either of them be able to click up? No, they're very similar resources. And Ganji's going archery range blacksmith, which is what we expected. Fight, nothing too great here for Kami. He's really trying to target that scout because that's what matters long term here.
Yeah, he's just right now those.
But now he's just gonna turn around, try to pick off one militia. Wow, Ganji actually microed. Yeah, and the wolf did damage. Okay, so the wolf did take out. Oh, there's two wolves.
Yeah, the wolves are the great equalizer.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get the woo-woos in the chat. That's beautiful.
So we got two ranges here from Ganji.
And we got ranges as well from Kami. He's going to skirmishers. So he is clicked up, so skirmishers won't impact his time. He's going to drop a second range for skirm. So
he's got two ranges, yeah.
He's going for the blind answer. And against Britons, I think that's pretty safe as far as not knowing what your opponent's doing, but really expecting what's going to come.
For sure.
So I guess at this point, Ganji, once he scouts the ranges, he can probably expect skirms, and he might just go for a boom, right? And not even commit to that many archers? Or do you think he'll still commit and try to get that damage on these exposed wood lines?
He just scouted the ranges, so I don't think he's going to go for that many. I think he's going to go for the boom.
Okay.
I think you're correct. Yeah.
It makes sense, because, I mean, his map is really nice for that. And maybe just enough to control these extra golds. He probably wants to build them on the little plateau to the left of the golds, just to keep them a little bit safer than if you try to combine the gold and the wood to the right.
Yeah. He's got 9 on gold right now, so he's gonna just make archers.
Okay, yeah.
Britain fast range archers forever right now.
Right, for sure. As Britons, you can afford both that.
And these guys, I mean, at this level, they can out micro the skirms, I think, until they get elite, and that's a big investment for Kami to do.
Yeah, if he's trying to match the boom of Britons. But yeah, I think for Kami, he's trying to get this to go late game where he has Champ Scarls, and Britons don't have too much of an answer to Champ Scarls. I mean, they're closest just matching with their own champions, right? Unless I'm missing anything. They don't get any gunpowder.
Yeah, so it's hard, right? Because if you go, I think typically you'd want to go Expo first as Malians, but you're going to get hard countered here.
Yeah, I think it's just this middle section of the game that's going to matter the most.
Yep.
Ganji with
So
a big
he did
score
go
lead.
elite.
And he did go for elite, right? Elite skirm. And Ganji sees that now, so... he's going for knights. Where's the stable? Oh, there's the stable. Okay. So yeah, going for the knight switch. And it looks like there was a pause, and they continued. And these archers are on the wood line. Oh wow, great reaction there from Kami. Oh, he did see it with the skirm. Okay, I was losing the skirm on the grass. Kami just redirects them to a little other section of the wood line. Pretty straightforward from him, and then brings them back. So good tracking here from Kami to see where the archers are going.
You can see it's 8 range right now for the Briton crossbow and only 6 range for the skirms until he gets...
Right. So as long as... Oh, Ganji is just playing this really well. As long as Ganji doesn't find himself in a corner, he's good. Let's look at the Fog of War to see what each other can see. Pretty good, and this is where the Knight's going to play huge and give a big lead to Ganji. If he remembers about it, does he see the Knight? Yeah, Kami sees the Knight, and the archers coming to woodline. Wow, great reaction from both players at this point. This is what pro player casting is like, I guess. And they figure everything out real quick. So I think Kami's just going to try to trade the skirms here. I don't think he can run away. He's making a he was going to make a monastery. Interesting. And he's only on 2 TC.
Yeah, Ganji's only on 1 still. He's just now putting down his 2nd.
Okay, interesting. So
he wants to pressure a little bit more, and that makes sense. He's got the power spike right now.
Right, for sure. He wants to make sure he can use that.
But Ganji thought about building something there, and then thought better about it.
So this town center on the outside, or this side of the wood line, the inside of the wood line, isn't going to be great because those archers can just stay there.
Yeah. Ganji's going to be super annoying with those crossbows.
Absolutely, yeah, it makes sense. It's so easy for him just to stay on ground and just hang out there.
I think he's going to need... Oh man, I wonder if he needs a monastery or not.
Yeah, so Kami's trying to add crossbow to deal with the knights. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's definitely the lower wood approach, and he's going to go for monastery defense. But he has no wood control whatsoever. That's what's really bad, and he's just going to send a ton to gold, it looks like, and then just buy the wood he needs. As Malians, obviously, he can save wood, and he's did a good job cleaning up that wood line with the crossbow, but I'm sure some crossbow will go back over there.
Yeah, the problem with the monastery, though, is that they're going to get sniped by the crossbow so easily. It's so risky, and it's a decent...
The monks will just have to stay in the base, right, and then jump into town centers once any crossbow get there. They're just to defend if any knights decide to raid and rush in, right?
18 on gold with that free gold upgrade, and he's he's not floating any gold. He's spending it.
Yeah, interesting.
I would either have like 1,000 or only on 3 people on gold.
So still 2 TC boom for both players. If we look at Vil counts, they are neck and neck at 46. But obviously the pressure is paying off in terms of what Ganji can afford. But Ganji has quite a lead in terms of economy now, or in terms of score. What do you think that lead is caused by?
The KD ratio here, Ganji's got 13 kills and 8 deaths.
Huh, okay. And then we have 5 versus 13 for Kami, so there's 3 deaths to wolves. That's big. I don't think he lost any Vils to boars either. I think that was all wolves.
Yeah.
So that means the wolf, each militia got killed by a wolf. Interesting. So Kami definitely has the military leader here, right? 24 versus 15, but those knights are going to play a big deal, and then the Briton range.
In a weird way, I kind of feel like this is how both players would want this game to go. And that sounds kind of silly, but Kami's more of a boomer. He's more of a hang back and get his economy up and go on before. And Ganji, he likes to do the pressure. So it's kind of playing into both their strengths. However, I think I definitely like Ganji's position more.
Yeah.
Oh, we got him.
Oh, I did get a quick conversion, but that monk
ran it away.
It is weak, but we have we don't have ballistics from either, right? I don't think so. I'll have to be on the lookout for that.
It doesn't look that way.
So Kern's saying that Ganji should put a siege workshop on the hill, and that does make sense. That's usually why you siege workshop. Oh, this town center, I like it. Just taking the fight long enough to keep this town center up, committing enough villagers, I think, and getting another knight conversion. But obviously, some villagers dying on that wood line.
Ganji there's Zero's siege workshop coming in.
Yeah, which is good. I think Kami saw the town center going up here. Yeah. Or Ganji saw it, sorry. So this Briton micro is going to be a lot stronger with that extra range. Looks
Look
like
at the
Kami's got
top
some
of-
runners.
Look at the top just real quick of copy space. There's 2 crossbow just chilling, taking out that entire woodline.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry, 3. Yeah.
It's just so much range. So what do we have for Vil count? Ganji's ahead by 2 Vils now. So Kami almost needs the 3rd town center just to keep his Vil numbers up.
Yeah, well,
we got a
Ganji's on
Mangonel
3
coming
now.
out. Yeah. So this knight might play a big role in securing or killing any Mangonels that come out. But I think if we have full skirm and monk, Malians do get redemption. And Ganji had the late double bid axe. So that might affect his economy a little bit.
Yeah, and now he's got 16 idols that are jumping into
Town centers,
jumping
yeah.
into town centers to try to stay
Ooh,
alive.
that was a big hit by the skirms. I think that
Yeah,
was an
that was
attack
big.
round by Ganji as well. Pretty sure Kami needs a respawn siege workshop unless he's gonna just commit to monks. And he doesn't have any of his other gold controls either, so he has to make a push at some point in Castle Edge, I think.
Redemption's in, so he can try to get that.
Mangonel.
Mangonel.
Yeah, that could be very useful against the skirms. And he did get a relic.
Yeah, might as well.
What was the conversion? I heard the sound, but I don't see.
He didn't get it, I don't think.
Okay.
He went for the Mangonel and sent
Yeah.
the knight in to try to distract it, but wasn't able to. And now the Vil count's starting to.
Yeah. So I think he'll get another knight, and he sends it immediately to that Mangonel, and Ganji's already running away. I mean, that one Mangonel in the front has been doing quite a bit of work just killing skirms. And these villagers are pathing way, way too far outside.
Oh man, the skirms are really.
So I feel like
Go ahead.
Kami could try to pick off incoming crossbow with the knight that he's converted. But he's trying to go for the Mangonels, and the Mangonels are just too safe. Ganji's doing too good a job to keep those safe. Hello,
He's
Pela.
doing a great job of using all of his resource, and he's trying to get a castle. If he can get a castle, he can try to stabilize.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get it on that hill.
Right.
So it's going to be downhill.
So, what does his scouting look like? He doesn't see any other extra golds. I mean, he could try to make a push on the right, but he'd have to send like every single villager to get a castle up there and secure that gold. I think that's his only play right now at the top side with his 3rd gold, I think. Big fight here, and definitely in favor of Ganji. He just can't push these skirms, and he only has a monk in the town center, so it's not really doing anything.
Yeah. I don't think we're too far away from it now, honestly.
Yeah,
Score
to be
difference
honest.
is huge.
Pela, this is the tournament's called SBARRO. It stands for Scoring Based Off Acceptable Risk Reward Optimization. That's a mouthful, but it was a tournament idea that Brohio came up with, and yeah, all these villagers are so dead.
Yeah.
There we go, that's the end of the game. So it's a tournament idea that Brohio came up with, and there's an AoEZone post. I don't know if I think if you type !SBARRO, I'll try right now, you should be able to find all the rules and information on the tournament. But this is phase 1, where players pick civs, and depending on which civ they pick and how weak it is, they can get different points. So Britons here were 2 points for a win, and Malians were 3 points for a win. And so Ganji took it with adding 2 points to his total. Any final words on the match before we jump out into the next one?
Yeah, I think I'm reading what Zero's putting here. I think without the men-at-arms doing damage,
Mm-hmm.
I think he adjusted the Drush FC after he saw
Yeah.
Ganji's map and was able to, he was able to do a Drush FC.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with you, Zero. Maybe a men-at-arms tower might have done more damage. It's hard to counter those archers though if you're
Right.
doing that. So it would take a lot of.
You really need to match the number of archers from the Britons with the same number of skirms.
Yep, and that doesn't play really into Kami's strengths.
No.
He's a great defender.
Mm-hmm.
That was just Ganji did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look at the score. Ganji was ahead in every single category. The KD for him at the end was just out of this world. Resources collected was good as well. Kami did soon have enough for a castle, but he had nowhere to place it. The castle age times were identical. That's interesting. Definitely have a lot of practice. Shows their skill level. But I think the Briton pick was the deciding factor here, and I guess the map being good enough for the fast castle, which Britons really excel at.
We don't have a bracket for this. How do you Macurbsy? But if you type in rules, there is a list of the games that are going to be played. Or you can go to the type in exclamation point SBARRO. I'll do it for you.
Yeah, so you can see all the games for round 1. So we're not all playing, we're not organizing this based off round 1, round 2 right now. I'm going to remove the chat box because I kind of broke it. And I'll have to fix it later. There we go.
So next we have Ganji and Sato, correct?
I believe that's what you told me.
Yeah. We have to jump around a little bit because of the update that happened in the middle of it. Basically, they can play the 2 rounds any way they want, any order they want. But the update kind of happened while some people were playing both games and some people hadn't played any games. So next time we'll go in order, but this time we're jumping around.
Right. All right, I'm going to jump into it.